Hello everyone. Well, today I'm going to just show you how I made this cabinet of curiosities to go in our botanical journal, Atlas Botanica. I studied cabinets of curiosities during my fine art degree, and it's such an interesting subject. Apparently the word cabinet referred to room originally, where collections of objects would be stored, and the original name is from the 16th century, and it was cabinet of wonder, or Wunderkamer, a German word. It's worth looking it all up. There are so many beautiful examples, but I had to think about how I was going to make one to go in a journal. So this is what I've come up with. So I'm either going to stick it on the page here or inside the journal. And I'm also going to make one of the drawers and expose what's inside, what secrets it holds. So that's for another video. So yes, but it's very easy to make. So I'll just go through that with you in case you'd like to include one in your botanical journals. I've also got other examples. I've made one with a glass door that opens. So I'll go through that one as well on another video. Okay, I'll just put this to one side. Now what I've used is some cardstock with the floorboards on. So this one's got a marble side to it. And I've cut a piece from that about the size that I want the cabinet to be. So it's about the size of my page on my journal, but I mean you could make them smaller or thinner. There are so many examples you could make. Now this particular cardstock, the floorboards were quite wide, and although you could have your drawers that wide, I wanted to have them a little bit slimmer, so they were just like small specimen drawers, which would have sort of little fossils in, or a butterfly collection, poor little butterflies which were stored in them years ago. Right, so to make the smaller drawers, I've taken a section of the floorboard that has the overlap, so it's sort of darker and it's got sort of two lines, and I've just cut that piece out and stuck it in the middle of each one of the floorboards. So for this one, for instance, I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of these lines. So I measure across here and then cut 6 of those out, and I've got plenty of cardstock, so I've got plenty of I'm able to do that. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll cut these out and then I'll come back when I'm sticking them down. Then the other thing I want is the sides of the cabinet, and I've used the same cardstock, but I've got the grain going the other way, so it sort of stands out a little bit. So I'll be cutting a piece half that size just to go down the side there, just to edge the cabinet, and I'll make it a little bit longer so that it's got feet. Okay, I'll go and cut all those bits and then I'll come back. So we're going to, as I've done here, put a strip in between each of these floorboard images. So just wipe that along the glue, and then I just do it by eye and pop that on there. So I'll do that all the way down here, and then these I've cut out, I'm going to leave that overlap image at the top, so it looks like it's the top of the cabinet, and then I'm going to place these strips down the side, leaving a bit at the bottom, and I can adjust how much I want as for the feet afterwards. Okay, I'll glue all those first, and then I'll come back, save you watching me do all the strips. Okay, so I've glued all the strips on. See, the drawers look slimmer now, and some of the strips are a bit long, so I've just got to trim those off, which is easily done. There we are, so we're taking shape. Now, to make the drawer handles, what I did was, on the original, was I measured from side to side, got the midline, and then from the midline to the end I measured the middle, and then I put a pencil mark, and then a pencil mark all the way down. So I'll do that with this one, and once I've got my pencil marks I'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Right, well, having made the marks, just got my mat, and I'm just going to put a hole through there, and then I've got these little brads which make lovely drawer handles. So I'll continue making the holes down here and here, and put the brads in, and I'll come back, show you the final bit. Okay, so the last little bit, now we've sealed that with some tape, is adding the little nameplate. And how I've managed that is by cutting off a little bit of cardboard and cutting it to a certain length. My cardboard is a bit light, so I used my old trick with the shoe polish, and just rub that in. Easier to do this before you cut the strip, actually. Typical of me. So I'll do that, put some paper down and do it properly, and then I'll cut little lengths of the strip to put on the middle here, and then I've cut some smaller pieces of paper. This is cream paper, and I'll add those to the middle there. It's quite fiddly, but looks quite effective, I think. So that's what we'll do, and that'll take a little while to do all those, and I'll glue them on, and then I'll come back and we'll see the final bit. I've just got one last little nameplate to put on. They are very, very fiddly, so I've spared you watching me put the others on. So there we are. That's all finished. And I've also made another specimen cupboard for the Atlas Botanical. This one's got a little hinge on it, and with a glass window, and then inside the specimen trays. So I've seen similar on the internet, and so I've actual specimen trays, so I've just copied what you know, the Vintage Botanical trays. I've got to glue those down a little bit better than that, but I think that'll look quite effective in there. And then the cabinet will go there, and I'll find somewhere else for this one to go. So I hope you enjoyed that make, and I'll be back again to do some more crafting. So please join us again, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.